right, so Shelly and I, since we're here together in this lovely apartment, we're going to show you some steps that you can take in the event you experience a sudden fall. Shelly, you've had a sudden fall. Oh dear. Great. Just relax though. I want you to stop. Don't try to get up. Just take a few deep breaths. This is important to allow your body to really calm down. Having a fall is very shocking to the system. All right. So as long as you're feeling okay, we're going to just do a step-by-step approach to evaluating to make sure that you don't have any injuries, right? So by turning your head right to left, we're trying to determine if your head and neck are okay. So chin up and down. Good. It's okay so far? Great. Let's move to the fingers now in the wrist. You could do some wrist circles. Good. How about the elbows? Let's bend the elbows. Everything okay there? Right. So as we raise the arms up, now we're evaluating the shoulders just to determine if you hit your shoulder hard or injured something in the rotator cuff. And if you have any pain in this last one, you definitely want to just pause. This is not the time to get up. All right, let's go down to the feet. And ankles. Good. Everything okay? We can begin bending one knee, draw the foot in. And then bend the other knee and draw the foot in. Stop and hold there. At this point, drawing the knee in involves the hips. And if you have a hip injury at all, you're going to feel pain. Again, this is a point to stop. You're not a good candidate to get up. If you're okay, go ahead and stretch your legs out. Good. Turn over onto one side. Draw your knees up. Good. Again, you might pause for a moment just to take a couple breaths. As long as you're all right, you're going to use that top hand, push into the floor, bring your other hand, and then push yourself up into a half-seated position and then onto all fours. Great. Once you're in this position, you can crawl to the nearest chair or sturdy table, something so that you can get your hands up onto it. Draw your strong leg forward, place your foot on the ground, pushing through your hands and your leg to get yourself up. You can turn and sit down. Great. At this point, you can get your phone and call for help. All right, so that's if you feel like you could get up and make your way to the phone. We're going to demonstrate another alternative method of if you cannot get up onto your hands and knees because you don't have the strength, or maybe you've got knee replacements and it's not comfortable. So go ahead and we're going to go the first steps where you just draw your knees up, and now she's in that seated position. From here, you can do just what's called a little butt scoot and move your hips back in space so you can get closer to a phone, a chair. And so at this point, you're going to want to call. You can call the doctor. If that's not available, you can use, call a friend or family member. If you live here in an assisted living facility or a full care facility, you can call the clinic and have a nurse come and check you. All right? So just to reiterate, if when Shelly first laid down on that floor and she knew she hit her head, she is going to want to call 911 or press her a medical alert button immediately. Somebody needs to check you out if you have hit your head. You may not even realize if there's any extended injuries. If you're taking a blood thinner, that can cause bleeding. So you won't know that. That's why it's important to get help immediately and get checked out. All right, so Our next step is just to stop, breathe, get in a comfortable position. And again, you want to be able to somehow get some help, especially if you can't get up. You need to have a phone. You don't have one. You don't have your medical alert on. So what are you going to do? You're going to shout, holler, bang on the walls, do anything you can to gain attention and get help. Good. All right, so it's always best to see a doctor after you fall. Even if you decide that you're not injured, you're going to wait till the next day, that's fine, except understand there are soft tissue damages that could happen and you might not be aware of. Getting checked out by a doctor is vitally important so that you don't continue to exacerbate any injuries and make them worse. Right. And again, especially important, if you hit your head, get help immediately. So that's our steps that we've taken you through of how to take the steps after you've had a fall and take good care of yourself. Thanks.